but this is basically we are talking about convergence. I'll make the diagram, I'll just do it once more for your understanding. This is n plus g plus d times kt, and this is SFK. This is basically actual investment and this is required investment. At this point, we have the capital stock which we call steady state capital stock, K asterisk. Let's say this K1 which is less than K asterisk, capital stock would increase. K2 which is more than K asterisk, required rate of investment is more than actual investment, SFK would decline. Sorry, investment would decline. So finally we are coming back to K asterisk. This is called convergence. So it shows convergence towards K asterisk. This can also be seen from this perspective. Now see that as K is small, K is increasing, but as K becomes larger, K starts falling down, and finally K becomes 0 and then negative. When it is negative, then tendency is that it will come back here and come back this, finally coming will return to this. This basically communicates the idea of convergence. So Solow's dot model is basically talking about how the convergence takes place. Now let's take this diagram for further illustration and understanding what happens to the economy when any of the variable changes over the period of time. This is K asterisk. Now suppose the country starts saving more. People suddenly becomes more less spendthrift and start saving a larger fraction of their income. So you can think of Bhutan. If the people of Bhutan start saving more, what will happen to the country? If people of Bhutan start saving more, SFK curve would shift up. That's the reason why government wants to promote savings. So when savings habits of the people improves, SFK curve shifts up, and result is that steady state stock of capital increases. So we have capital per unit of effective labor that we have starts increasing. If you say that K remain constant, then Y also remain constant. But if K increases, Y also increases. It means when we start saving more, SFK curve would shift up. When SFK curve would shift up, the steady state stock of capital would also increase. It means each of us in Bhutan would have a larger stock of capital. And when we have larger stock of capital, each of us, when we have larger stock of capital, now technically I'll call it capital per unit of effective labor. If it starts increasing, output per unit of effective labor would also increase. Now simplifying this, if we have more unit of capital, each of us will have more income, each of us. And that basically would mean higher growth take place. So savings habits improve the growth performance. But if we are ignorant about the maintaining the capital stock. If we do not have a habit of maintaining the capital stock, it's an institutional factor. The countries which have a better capacity to maintain their stock perform better, the countries compared to those who do not maintain the stock. Now, how this would affect? So if you don't maintain your capital stock effectively, what will happen? The rate of depreciation would increase. This is N plus G plus D times KT, and this is SFK. Now, if we start using our equipment, let's say video camera, mobile phones, laptops, machines, equipment, tools, we don't take care of them. They'll depreciate faster and we have to replace them faster. And result would be the SF, this n plus g plus d curve would shift up. This is one, so it shifts up. When it shifts up, we move from point A to point B. Result? Our stock of capital declines. So that basically is very important element of development economics, which is underrated or under illustrated aspect is that how we maintain our stock of capital. If we don't maintain the stock of capital, we don't use the stock of capital effectively, it would depreciate faster and result would be we'll have lesser unit of capital each of us. And that would mean our output per unit of effective labor would also be lower. So lesson we learned, the developing country should not only look at promoting savings but also should look at maintaining the stock of capital effectively. And we can use this curve to also understand what happens when our population starts growing very rapidly. The case of India and China. If the population starts growing rapidly, that is n increases, this curve shifts up. So when you have more and more people added to your population, we'll have less and less stock of capital each of us. And that would mean our income per unit would also become lower. Population growth is inimical to growth. Better saving habits promote growth. Lower ability to maintain the stock of capital adversely affect growth. So these are some of the lessons as far as the Solow's growth models takes away are concerned. What I'll do, I'll put up the calculation part on the PowerPoint. It would be easier to capture from there. And then probably you can ask questions on discussion forum, which I'll open on VLE. Thank you.